All right, that's right. You're back with No Cover TV's podcast. We are reaching out around the world to shove the original music in your face and in all the orifices that I can find in your body. I will put it there, and you know I will if you know Big Al. So anyways, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It's about the original music, the local music from wherever you're at to the national music. It's about the music. You can get a hold of me at nocovertv@yahoo.com. If you're an artist, you want to get a hold of me to get on the show, we can do a remote. I don't care where you're in the world. I'm in Michigan. I can push a button, and I can talk to you. If you're in, say, Sweden or Germany, wherever you are, we can talk, and we can do a show because we have done quite a few remotes already with some national acts, and it was really cool. And please check out the past shows. We did some great shows with some great bands and artists. Some of the shows kind of had a little bit of a hiccup when it came to the music, so I went ahead and invested in some podcast equipment, so now the music sounds good. So I kind of redid it, so you go back to whichever one a couple shows ago, and you can listen to the music of those bands and stuff. And again, support your local artists and national artists. These people are doing this not just for the hell of it, they're doing it because they enjoy it, but they also enjoy making some money at it. All right. And also, because they enjoy doing it so much, and when they're on stage, the best thing they enjoy is looking at you, smiling, screaming, and singing their fucking songs. Yeah. That's what makes a big difference right there, man. Big time. Now, you guys, we got Tru Burn in the house. Oh, my God. I've been following you guys for quite a while. And, let's go around and introduce ourselves before we even go start into what we're going to do. Go ahead. Tone?
I'm Tone, lead singer, bass player, gong smasher.
All right. Cool, man.
I'm Fred. I am the other bass player.
You're the bass player.
The bass player.
The bass player.
I yell into a microphone a little bit and mostly just try to keep it on the rails.
And this is Herm, drummer, backup vocals. And that's really about it.
You're quiet for being a drummer now. That's scary.
Yeah, that's typical, I
It's
guess.
just that Herm's the most laid-back dude in the band.
Really?
First off.
He's
so,
a pent-up ball of rage that likes to hit things with sticks.
Yeah, don't fuck
There you
He's
go.
the quiet dude you don't want to piss off.
That's our drummer for you. There you go. Now let's talk about, we are missing somebody that's sleeping right now.
We're missing Bob. Bob Murdoch decided to take a nap today. He's a what do you call a fuking vampire? So
He's a
white
third
as a
shifter.
ghost. Teeth, his eye teeth are 2 inches long.
We're getting at the age where shit grows. Right? I don't know what the hell it
The
is,
sun's
man.
out, he's not out, something like that. No, he's a late nighter, and he just couldn't make it today. No worries.
Hey, no problem, man. It's a Sunday, I expect people, they got lives, everybody has
Gotta
lives.
go to Bible study.
Right.
Bible study. We're going to do our own little Bible study right here, guys. So Tru Burn, you guys have been playing out for quite some time now. How long has it been going on?
We've been Tru Burn for 15 years.
15 years.
This is Tru Burn 15 right here. Me and Herm and Fred here have been together for 15 years in Tru Burn. Only thing that's changed is our guitarist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah, but I think we found our forever.
Yeah, we got our guy now, but
And he's been with us probably, 3 years?
3 years, Paul. Yeah.
During that 15 years, a little hiatus once in a while because of the guitar?
No hiatus. That's the funny thing with Tru Burn. There's no downtime.
No downtime.
No.
None at all. We had for many years, Aaron Shave, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was our original guitar player for Tru Burn. And so, like I said, rest in peace. He's since passed.
Yes.
We moved on from Aaron, and who's next in line?
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan O'Neill and Steve.
And Steve.
From Steve Reyes from a band called Temperamental.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan O'Neill was in a band called
He's in a bunch.
There's a bunch of
Virus.
Blue-Tongue Virus.
There's another one, too.
Yeah. So quite a few bands, and then we moved on from them and went to right to Adra at that point, weren't we? So we had Ed Ryan in our band for 7 long, blessed, awesome freaking years.
Wow.
He actually recorded the Black Band disc with us.
That's right. So he's on the Black Band, and everybody knows Ed from being part of Flesh for the Beast.
Yeah,
Sadomasochism. I had Johnny here with the Christian family the other day.
What was that other band?
And then he was in a band called Summons, which was actual, a national, actually an international touring band. So he was, he was big time. Old Ed wasn't, but like I said, he was with us for 7 years. And to be quite honest, he still comes and makes an appearance with us once in a while.
That's beautiful.
So he's still around. He's a family man now. But he still comes around and he'll step on stage with Tru Burn every now and then yet. So don't be surprised.
That's cool that they'll come around and do that. You let them up on stage, you let them pick up and jam with you.
You'd never really leave Tru Burn and just
what's your Tru Burn? Yeah, Tru Burn, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna let you go that easily.
So now that I got the shirt, I'm able to grab one of my axes and come up on the stage.
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
There we go.
We'll help you up there.
Yeah. I might need it. Yeah, exactly. You get my walker and shit. So 15 years, my God, you guys, well, you've got 2 EPs right here in front of me. You got a lot more songs than this under your belt.
Yeah, for sure. That we've, since they come and go.
Yeah, over the years, not everything that we have done in the past has made it onto a recording.
Okay.
There are live recordings that have some of them on there and stuff, but it was kind of when you change members and stuff like that, some of the older material can kind of go away, but then the stuff that's like the tried and true stuff, even stuff off the first disc and stuff Paul does with us and everything, because it's one of those things where it's like I don't know, they're like children, and like you have some children that maybe you like a little bit more than the other ones, you know what I mean? Like that. So it sort of comes in a rotation, where we'll go back to our older material and revive it, because there's people out there that haven't heard it before. So to them, it's new.
I do, yeah. Something that's 15 years old is brand new to them.
Sure. Yeah. And we're kind of doing some of that stuff too, where we had a disc that we did a long time ago with this band with our original drummer, Hooley, that has never seen the light of day.
Right, yeah, scrapped.
Wow.
Totally scrapped.
Yeah, and it was...
With fucking banjo and keyboard. And
it was a learning experience.
Fucking everything. I'm telling you, we spent a lot of money on it, but we scrapped that something.
Who's the guy that... Sanford Parker.
We had some mastering. Yeah, we had some famous, actually, people work on that.
Who was the other guy? Billy Anderson.
Yeah, Billy Anderson.
Did the mastering.
Out of Cali, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's nice.
We took a trip to Chicago to have that mixed down.
Yeah.
Like I said, we put a lot of money in it, but you know what? It wasn't the same.
It just wasn't.
No.
It
was a good learning experience.
If you're not going to do it live on stage the right way, I want it to be as close to raw and live on that CD as possible. I'm going to be honest about that CD you're speaking of, that or non-CD. It was over fucking produced.
Well, that's what I wanted. I touched on that with some bands, and you've been around a while, and you've been in the studios, and you've recorded. You got your analog, you got your digital, and then you got everybody that'll fucking bring both in, and they'll fuck it all up.
Right. That's what happened.
I'm an analog guy. Okay, I can make you sound as good as you need to sound with just an analog system. I don't need a digital fucking Pro Tools shit and all that stuff.
Right.
It's nice to have some of that stuff, all right, to add some, vocal enhancement or drum or whatever. But if I can't get you to sound the way you're supposed to sound, raw and clean and distorted, we got a little bit of a problem, and I need to work with you.
Yeah, well, we're old enough too that we've gone through the digital revolution. Like, and there's kids coming in nowadays that have never seen a reel-to-reel machine. You know what I mean? They're like, "What's this thing?" Yeah. So we've had to kind of make that transition because let's be honest, the digital medium is a little bit easier and affordable nowadays. Because this last disc that we did, we basically just did it out at Hermes. You know what I mean?
Okay, there you go.
More like built a.
We record in house now. We don't even flop around. We record in house.
That's what's nice, that the artist now can have the capabilities of doing it in house without going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars per hour for somebody to master your stuff.
Right.
Or, I believe a lot of other big acts, national acts do that also too.
Oh yeah,
it's not just us. It's not just the lower end. That's everybody that's doing it now.
Right.
To move down to that because it's that accessible for us to have this equipment. Like you were just saying at the beginning of the podcast, You updated your shit for the new, bam. Ooh,
Right.
Money, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Exactly.
There you go. Throw a little money at it, and
Right.
it sounds better, and everything's better. But that's
And what I like is I'm pissing off the labels because
Good.
everybody on here is independent. Even the national acts, they're independent because they found a way around that curve
that's right.
to get past those fucking labels and all the percentages they want to take from you
Oh yeah.
on everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
There's no more gatekeepers as far as
There you go.
accessibility to
No,
an
I like
audience.
that.
anymore.
Not at all.
Gatekeeper.
No.
And it used to be.
Gatekeeper.
It used to be though. And what I was talking about, there's a guy that's a friend of mine that's a journalist. And it used to be that there was like 3 or 4 outlets that served millions of people.
Mhm.
You know, as far as music journalism and music news and things like that. Now there's millions of outlets that serve dozens of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Saturated.
And it's not so much. You know, it's not about having. Obviously, you want to have as big of an audience as you can, but it's more niche nowadays.
Yeah, a little niche.
Yeah, because you know we have a saying in this band is that we're not making music for the people that don't like it. We're only making music for the people that do.
There you go.
And who cares if 1, 2, 3 people out of 1,000 people like it? Hey, we got access to those people now.
They heard
can
it.
find it. They can. It's out there for anybody that wants to find it. You know, and that's one of the great things about the digital aspect of it.
And I agree with you there because I took my 10-year hiatus, take care of family and stuff like that after the TV show. And when I came back, I'm thinking, oh my God, look at all these platforms that the musicians have to put their music out there and get it worldwide and heard. And you really don't have to spend any money to do it.
No?
Yeah. Well, this our first disc actually got picked up by a label out of Malmo, Sweden.
Sweden,
Called,
really?
Ozium Records, and all that they do is like stoner rock, doom metal.
Oh, yeah, I got to get a hold of these guys.
Well, we put it up on Spotify, is what it was through.
Okay.
We used an aggregator and to put it on all the digital platforms, and they just contacted us and they were like, "Send us some CDs."
Nice.
You know, and I never met these guys. Never, I don't know how they found us, but the day after it got released on Spotify, it was pirated on almost every
Stolen.
Russian website you could imagine. You know what I mean?
So we're huge in Russia. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah, we're huge.
We're huge in
But
Russia.
at the same time, you know, some people might get upset about that and everything and be like, hey, these guys are copping our stuff and everything. But at the same time, it's getting out to people.
It's your music out there.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
you,
gonna
man.
say,
It's like-
I think that's cool.
Yeah,
I see some Russians playing your stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever they're saying, but it's your music, man.
Yeah, but it's just amazing that we, a band that's, you know, kind of regional around the Great Lakes area and everything, somebody on the other side of the world can find it and appreciate it and be like, yeah, give us more.
Yeah, and I think with the capabilities of Spotify and all the other platforms, the local bands, the new kids that are starting out that are hearing Tru Burn and other bands out there, it's giving them some incentive and something to grasp and go, man. Let's just fucking make some music,
when we
noise,
all
whatever
started,
it is.
When we all started, my older brother was in a band.
Okay.
He was in a band with a guy that his older brother was out in Los Angeles, trying to, make a splash on the Sunset Strip, back, God, I'm kind of dating myself here, but it's almost like it's a generational thing after a while. And there were people ahead of us and older than us that inspired us to get into doing what we're doing now. And we play with bands that are younger than us and everything. And we're trying to, usher them into like, hey, kid, this is how you do it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, whatever, old man, or whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, there has to, we're not going to be able to do this forever. So there needs to be the next generation.
Exactly.
Too. And you got to teach them right and encourage them.
Yeah, and that's what I try to do with the show and through things like that, through the different things that I work with and stuff management or whatever, bookings and stuff. There's things change and you have to kind of accommodate with those changes a little bit. You just can't, like back in 20 years ago when bookings and stuff and that, you had to be the promoter, the booker, the agent. You had to do it all, where now bars will take on a little bit of this and somebody will take on a little bit of this and this and this. And so, and then of course, I'm sure you guys remember how fun it was to get paid when you did a gig.
Yeah.
Oh boy, do we remember those days.
Still make a little money here and there.
Yeah, a little bit of money. Now, as over the 15 years, back in my day, it was pretty fucked up back there between, the door pay, the cover charge, paying the sound man, the doorman, then the splits up between the bands. Or you're going to have to sell tickets and you get some money off that. Or it's a flat fee and you all got to split it. Mm-hmm. So where is it now? What are some of these clubs doing now? What are they doing? I'm not really checking in on them.
Same thing with the money from the pay from the clubs.
Are they?
In our opinion, it's not as much. You go play a place like a local bar, Mulligan's, you might get $50, you might get 75.
Yeah, right.
But with us, it's merchandise.
There you go.
We make our money on our merch, and our merch game's pretty strong, we feel. And
that's great.
It's grown over the years for sure, but it's see where them pennies are coming from and go in that direction. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's nice to make a few bucks from the bar to cover your gas. Yeah, right. And, like you said, you're out playing and stuff, and you want to make some money at it. And I was hoping over time that the bars would see that, they would draw their establishment, and that would bring in the money enough to pay a nice flat fee for entertainment, okay? And they'd get off their ass and do the PR work that they should be doing instead of the band's always doing.
They don't.
That'll never change.
No.
And there's some names I would love to mention out there of owners, but I won't do that right at this moment. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Well, I think venue to venue, it makes a difference too. Where we're playing, what venue we're playing at, what money we're going to make. You know what I mean? They're not all pay to play. Some of the smaller places that we play at, we actually do better. And I mean, no shit. I mean, I'm not going to name names right now in either our bars either, but there's some small places that we'll go and play a show there and make, $400 or $500. And then the big place we went, we only made $150.
It seems like sometimes those smaller places, they really sell the alcohol and they're really making the money off the drinks. Yeah, they pay off that. Yeah.
But like Herm said, our merch game's strong and we make arts, that's where our money comes in is merch. Mm-hmm. And thank gosh for that, because we can turn the merch around. If you like us, you're going to buy a fucking t-shirt, you're going to buy that CD, you're going to buy a patch or something.
That's awesome.
That keeps us moving.
Good. So, well, the merch you gave me, kick ass, and the shirt, thank you so much. Well, why don't we tell the listeners and fans how they get a hold of all this stuff in your CDs?
Frederick?
At this current time, come to a show. Because we have merch at our shows that you can't get anywhere else. That's exclusive just for the live shows.
Oh, just for live show.
Hopefully here pretty soon, we're, like I said, the digital revolution and everything, we're building a new website right now.
All right.
And everything. And pretty soon we're going to have merch available on our website, which is www.truburn.band. It's got show dates on there. It's got videos on there. We're going to have links to Spotify eventually. We're in the process of building it out right now, building out the back end of it. And pretty soon you're going to be able to order merch on it anywhere on planet Earth, and we'll ship it right to your door. Just like
everybody's
we're like Amazon.
Have a Tru Burn shirt and patch all over the place.
Dude,
this is world domination going on
right now.
Yeah,
definitely. We're trying.
Yeah, but we're spreading out with that and stuff. We're already writing songs for the next CD too. I mean, it's a never-ending process.
That's great, guys.
And it gives us reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Even though you ache maybe a little bit here and there, I can do this.
A rough night,
I did aerobics last night. Relax.
So now I'm going to go way in the past here. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Drummer.
Oh, hey.
Why did you pick up the sticks and start beating the shit out of everything when you were young? What age did you do this at?
All my friends growing up, everybody wanted to be a guitar player.
Everybody wanted to be a guitar player.
The MTV days and with Eddie, and Van Halen and different bands like that, everybody wanted to be the guitar player, and it just never really interested me.
The guitar didn't?
I would just watch the drums and ended up getting a drum kit about 16 years old and strapped the headphones on, try to play along is all it was. And then that was...
Was there a drummer that you happened to watch?
Back then, and not really in particular. No, there was different styles and whatnot. Of course, the Black Sabbaths and the Iron Maidens and that type stuff. And there's different styles just with them two bands. And kind of liked a little bit of everything.
Nice, nice.
I like to listen to.
Now, I was looking at the videos to a point. It doesn't look like you're commanding a very big kit. Now, are you running the double bass and double kick?
Just a double pedal, and I don't use a lot of it in our music. Just more, the big rock endings and little accents and stuff. But
okay,
yeah, we're not really a double bass type music, in my opinion.
Plus, you got to haul that shit in and out.
Yeah, it's more shit I got to carry. Like I said, we're getting old. I'm downsizing the kit every year.
There should be a snare drum.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 pieces before you know it. That's right.
It'll just be a kick and a snare pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Tone, how about you, man? How old? What happened?
Oh man, I come from a musical family. Man, it's right from birth, right out of the canal.
Awesome.
Mom had us doing piano lessons, and I fucking hated that. My brother's playing guitar lessons. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do piano. I'm gonna play guitar like my brother.
Yeah.
So I started taking guitar lessons, and then I just got out of it for a long time. And I'll tell you, it's a long story short, man. I wish we had more time. I'd tell you, but I was probably about 18 or 19. I'd never planned on playing bass in my life. And I was walking down the street in the middle of the fucking winter, dude, and this dude walked up with me and put this bass out in front of me and said, "You fucking want this? It's wintertime, a blizzard, dude."
Oh, shit.
And I go, "Fuck yeah, I'll take it." He goes, "Walk me to this corner, and you can have it."
Wow.
Dude's tripping on acid. He's calling me Hawkman. He's Hawkman. Long story short, though, I walked this dude to where he wanted to go, and I walked away with that bass that night, man. And all I want to do is sell the fucking thing back then.
But
Glad I didn't. See, they only give me $50 at the pawn shop. I'm like, fuck that. I'll keep it and learn how to play it.
You still have it?
Yeah. I still got it. Yeah. It's a 1987 MIJ Fender P bass, man.
Oh, wow.
And it's worth some cash now. It's beat the shit, and I've had it my whole time, and I got a plethora of them now. But that's how I got into playing bass.
That's how you got it?
I played bass. I was never intended to be a singer. That's a total accident.
That just happened.
That's a whole nother story. I played bass in a band called A-Frame, and I was in a band called Enemy with Herm, playing bass, and that's what I did. I was just a bass player. And then I got back into another band, STEM, and a couple other few bands I did, and just kind of fell into being a singer because we got sick of looking for big-headed lead singers.
They did get big-headed.
And like, we're going to do this ourselves. And rest in peace, Aaron Shea once again, but me and him made that decision where, fuck it. We're not going to get a singer, dude. You'll sing. I'll sing. We'll both sing. We don't need a singer, man. We can do this. So we just, and it just kind of snowballed into what I do now, obviously.
Okay, great.
So that's how I became.
That's how you became.
What I'm doing.
All right, you're up.
Okay. Getting the time machine here.
Bing, 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 bing.
I started playing guitar. When I was about 12 years old. Did it for a few years, took a few lessons and stuff like that. But my older brother played the drums.
Okay.
And he played in a band that was like a circuit band back probably late 80s, early 90s. Covers and stuff like that. They had a few originals and stuff. They went out to Los Angeles, wound up in Austin, Texas, a few other places, Chicago, stuff like that. So I got exposed to stuff like South by Southwest. And I remember going out to Culver City in California, hanging out on the Sunset Strip and stuff. I think I almost got in a fight with David Lee Roth. But at that point, like Herm said, everybody wanted to play guitar. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I started getting into these bands and stuff, and there's oh man, well, got 3 guys and everybody wants to play guitar, and we don't want to be Leonard Skinner here. So I ended up selling my guitar stuff and started playing bass. Okay. And I jammed with my brother because we had a rhythm section there. You know what I mean? The guy that actually really inspired me to start playing the bass was Cliff Burton from Metallica.
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah, dude. The first time I ever heard Anesthesia. You know what I mean? I was like, man, you can play bass like that? Like that? Wow, that's pretty
make it sound like that?
Yeah, right. I was like, I always thought it was just boom, 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 that kind of stuff. It's like to hear somebody actually take it and then guys like, Les Claypool and stuff like that. It's like, hey, wow, the bass isn't just for the background. It can be the balls of stuff too. You know what I mean?
It depends how you approach it, whether you're slapping, picking, or strumming it.
Yeah, you know, and that's the other thing about it too, is that there's a lot of different techniques for it. So it's more about finding your style.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of for everybody in music. Everybody tries to, they want to be good at everything. And it's like, no, don't worry about that stuff.
Perfect what you're good at.
Yeah, just worry about what you want to do and what you're doing well, and you'll find your voice.
You will, definitely.
Yeah, and so over the years, it's evolved, what I'm doing, and having Tony, when I got into this band, it was like, all right, well, Tony's playing bass. You got a guitarist, and I was like, I told Tony, I was like, what do you want me to do? And Tony would
play bass.
And Tony was looking at me, and he's like, just do whatever you want.
Play bass.
And I was like, I can do that.
Play the fucking bass.
Play the bass.
Play the bass.
And so even to this day, we'll go into a club or be playing a place, and we're like, yeah, okay, who's the bass player? And like me and Tony are both raising our hand like that, and the sound guy usually does one of two things. He'll either look at us and be like, "What?" Or he'll look at it and be like,
ass.
"Wow, okay, cool." Two bass players.
This is radical, right? So now, you guys have been playing out quite a bit over the years. Quite a bit. I noticed. What was it? You did a Battle of the Bands in February, was it, or something like that? Did you do a Battle of Bands a while back?
Not
we did a showcase.
Or something like that.
We haven't done any battles.
Music Factory. We did a showcase.
Yeah, Music Factory, wasn't it?
That was a showcase.
It was a showcase.
Yeah, no battle.
Okay.
Just a show.
Because those Battle of Bands, I'm hoping are over.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't enter Battle of the Bands things. We're beyond the Battle of the Bands thing.
Yeah, we ain't looking for a fight. Man.
We used to do it back in the day.
I don't like judging them either.
Heavyweights. We used to do the heavyweights back in the day. Remember?
Oh yeah, the heavyweights. Yes.
We always made the finals. The times that we did that,
but we never wanted to win.
We never did win, and we never really did want to win because it was a fucking curse.
Yeah,
it was all rigged. They were all rigged.
But every band that ever won didn't exist after they won.
Right.
Every single band that ever won
and
broke up.
Every time I was a judge, they'd come up to me later on. We already know who the winner is. Just don't say anything.
Don't matter. Right.
Why am I fucking here?
Yeah, why am I here?
I'm not going to say the place this happened at.
Popularity contest.
That's all it was.
It's like pro wrestling, It's like put on a show for the crowd and make it look good and everything, and then the guy, this is the winner,
It's like, God, no. So, oh, man. So what do you got coming up as far as playing out? I think March 24th. Isn't there something?
Yeah, Detroit Diesel Concert Lounge.
All right.
Heading that way, 2 weeks, or not this weekend. Coming up with the following weekend, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Heading that way.
That's coming right up.
That'll be a good time. It's a double stage venue. That's with the Smash concert series.
Yep.
A real good group to get involved with that we've just recently kind of gotten involved with them, and hoping to do a lot more shows with them. And I'm sure we will. Mm. But the Diesel Concert Lounge is a double stage. You got a stage, 2 different stages, so they'll have one band going with minimal downtime because you already set up over here. Wham, bam, go. Next
I love that.
So that'll be a really good time. There's quite a few acts on that bill. So I'm looking forward to that, getting out by Detroit and doing.
Yeah, get your music going.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like they were saying earlier, we got both these CDs, and we go out to these other places, and you've never seen this before. Well, we can throw back a song from the first album. You never heard it. It's all brand new to you.
Exactly.
So we like, and like you said, we have them stay fast songs we don't get rid of. So yeah, we're looking forward to get out there and just broadening our horizons here. And
good
the
deal,
Great Lakes
man.
State and maybe beyond.
And beyond.
Yeah.
Is possibility of trying to do a tri-state little tour?
Absolutely. With Smash concert series, he's got stuff that we could be doing in
he's
Ohio,
a regional
Illinois,
promoter.
They
actually already asked us if we want to go play in Toledo.
Yeah, he wanted to call us on the last minute to do a Toledo show. We unfortunately couldn't do it because it's 2 days out and stuff. But sounds like we could be doing a lot more stuff with him and.
Good,
guys. Branch out.
That's good to hear. I'm glad. I like to hear that.
Exactly.
That's good, man. You worked hard for this.
Yeah, we've been pushing a long time, so
time to pay off.
Everybody knows the fuck we are right here in Grand Rapids, but how about somewhere else?
That's right. I mean? That's why we're doing this now, so everybody get to know who the hell you are. Damn it, Tru Burn, right?
Yeah, Big Al does this show for everybody, but we're right here from his hometown, and we're all from here, and we
Exactly.
Been around for a long time, and we just like doing it. We love being here.
But it's a smaller world now than it was at one point.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I'll agree. It's a little pickier now. I guess I know. Back in the day, there was a whole lot of us.
Boy.
A whole lot of us. Oh my!
We got old to quit doing it. We didn't.
right.
Now the old guys on stage, the kids are laughing at until we start playing.
Until we start playing,
That's
like,
a
well,
different
holy
story.
shit, what are you doing? These
These old
kids don't
guys
even
rock.
understand what you're doing now. But
Nice to have some respect.
let's quit teasing. Let's play a little bit of music here. It's off the Tru Burn Catwalk CD, and it looks like it's going to be the first Billy's Chop Shop.
Right on.
So I'm going to play a little sample. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but I'm
No
going to
worries.
put in here, and we'll listen to it a little bit. Let's get it turned up a little bit here. Let's see.
He never looks down, he always looks up. Billy's got a big truck, no, he never gets stuck. In the mud, no, he never gets stuck. Big tires, round down. Your boss, you know he gets down. Big truck, no, he never gets stuck. Billy's got a big truck, no, he never gets stuck. Here we go, he's got your boss. Drive around with all those spots. Big truck, no, he never gets stuck. Billy's got your boss, go and get him, fuck yeah. Billy runs chop chop all day. Billy runs chop chop all day. Billy runs chop chop all day. Real hot, doesn't get hit, yeah.
I'm slowly breaking it down. There we go, guys. Wow, Chop Shop. Where'd that come from? My goodness.
That's the truth. It's all about Billy. You've seen him. Billy Chop Shop's a real guy. He's a real guy.
Now, you did a video on that.
Yeah, we've done a video on it.
That was cool. I liked watching it, man. That was my car, man.
Oh, that was my car.
No, that was cool, guys. I mean, it's just raw and it's just real, and that's what I like about your videos, man.
Right on, man.
You're not popping $1 million and they have all this fancy shit.
No.
Don't need that.
Real simple.
Well, we are experimenting more with video
Yeah.
and stuff because it's a cool medium. And back in the day when everybody was in, we first started playing, that was back during the days of MTV. When they still actually played music videos and stuff.
Right.
And everybody was like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could have a music video?" But it's like we don't have $50,000 to make one and hire all these people and stuff like that. But nowadays, with the technology,
We got an iPhone.
Yeah, you can do it really easily now. And so our thing is just kind of like, let's get a bunch of our friends together, have a good time, and do something fun.
I was kind of blown away. It was the last month I went to the Ace Frehley concert in Holland, and instead of everybody putting a lighter up, they put their phone lights up.
Yeah.
I went, oh no, this can't
Days
be
of the letter don't exist, and everybody quit smoking.
Yeah.
So vaping,
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Ace is looking at all these lights, and I'm going, come on, that ain't right. So that was a good show.
Didn't know Ace was in town.
I didn't either.
He was at the Holland Civic Center.
Shit. That's great.
And it was great because it was not even sold out. It was like half sold out.
Damn.
It was just beautiful. He was just in your face. He was a real personable, talk to you, everything.
I'd love to see that.
man.
Real good show.
Oh,
Shit.
hell yeah.
They didn't promote that very well.
I didn't hear about it.
So that was great. So now, when you got these two CDs here, when's the next one possibly coming out?
Well, we're sort of in the demo phase at this point, where we're just compiling ideas for songs.
We had a couple new ones that we're playing live right now on stage.
Yeah, we got a couple of new ones that we're already
playing live.
live. And we're one of those, I wouldn't say strange bands or anything. A lot of bands are very secretive about when they release stuff and everything, but we're one of those bands where we'll actually take material and try it out live before we record it and stuff.
Okay, that's good.
So it's the reason why we do recordings is so that people can have something to take home with them or something that they can pop in their car or whatever and listen to it. But it's more like if you take it out live and everything and you get done with the song and it's crickets, you know what I mean? It's kind of like,
we'll scrap that song.
Yeah, or rework it or kind of, and it's like a comedian, they try out a joke and maybe it falls flat, you know what I mean? So then maybe they kind of go back and go, oh, maybe I could change that punchline a little bit or, or something like that.
Let the feel the crowd out. With
so it goes through this like, iteration process where it's kind of like, maybe we could tweak this or kind of, and over time they sort of evolve into what they become kind of like, okay, that's solid and everything. So it's kind of like chalk that one up and stick it on the shelf and everything that could go on the CD.
Right. That shit will change we'll play a song live, 10, 15 times and it'll evolve even that way on its own, it's the nuances and things change here and there. It's like,
okay, cool.
They eventually become tight in what they are.
Right.
And then, as you would say, we bottle that shit up.
Yeah. Damn right.
As far as like releasing CDs, there was how long between Black Band and the new one?
A minute.
Quite a few years.
5 or 6 years.
A lot of people don't know this, but our a guy, Chris Johnson, that was managing
CMFJ,
who was largely responsible for this and the previous CD, did a lot of wonders for us when we were first kind of getting started as a band.
Okay,
really helped us get probably a little bit ahead of the game and everything. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago.
Sorry,
and we sort of went back and almost like started over again.
Okay.
Well, we lost our manager, we lost our promoter, we lost our guy that, did a lot of the shit, a lot of the legwork that we didn't, that we picked up now we have to do, he did a lot of that for us. Not that we didn't when he was around, but
he also taught us the game a lot, though, too. He was a guy that...
He understood what was going on.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, the dude was on the Ozfest tour,
Yeah, he was tour manager.
He was tour manager
for a while.
For Symphonic.
Who?
With Symphonic.
Symphonic?
It's a band out of Japan.
Yeah.
It's called Symphonic. And I actually went and seen him when he was on the Ozfest tour. Got to stand on the fucking stage that day.
Right. Was that when you met Zach Wild?
Yeah, I didn't meet him, but I got to eat with him. And he asked me for the salt and pepper.
I was going to say,
put it that way.
The salt and pepper.
He sat at the same table because I was a fanboy, and I just... So I was kind of in the back where I wasn't supposed to be because it wasn't really part of the crew. But my buddy CMFJ brought me back there, though. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of have a similar story. 83 Judas Priest. I was in their dressing room party with the boys, and I got too fucked up. And they took care of me, threw me in the bathroom, and just knocked on the door. God, y'all gonna be all right. We'll get to stage. And of course, Rob heads out first. You know what he does exactly? He gets on that Harley, starts that son of a bitch up, and as soon as he did. I lost it. And all those fumes came from under the stage to the dressing room, and I lost it.
Oh, man.
I couldn't.
Mine wasn't a puke story. I was totally sober. So
I'll never forget that. 83. Oh, wow. And then there was Ted Nugent and other bands. But anyway, some of that, we're not talking about me. No. We don't want to talk about my stories. No.
I got them stories, too.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Now, you've been doing this 15 years in West Michigan here and around the state and stuff. You know pretty much every band out here now, pretty much, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now,
a lot of them.
And I know pretty much all of them, too, over the years and stuff. Isn't it pretty cool how we still kind of stick beside each other? We get along. I mean, sure, there's some sticklers between each other. We have an issue here and there, but we still have each other's back.
For the most part, most of the bands out there now, we work together. We're trying to do more of a group thing with everybody. But I would say 20 years ago, it was more of a, fuck you type of.
It was established back.
Yeah, it was like, whatever, fuck you, fuck yeah.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, fuck you guys. But now it's more, people are more friendly, they want to, coincide with each other and just try to get along and help each other, hey, get this show, get that show. I got a friend of ours band, Warhand, they're a great fucking band. And they, don't really do a lot of shows, but we did a show with them. I'm like, dude, we got to do more fucking shows with you guys.
Yeah.
Because they're really stoner rocky and
Yeah.
fit with us really well. So
It's one of those things that I think a lot of people maybe have some misconceptions about. There's the music industry, but then there's the music business.
oh yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
and one of our old guitarists,
But networking,
Steve,
you
and
know.
everything. We were kind of, I wouldn't say arguing, more like a heated debate about a few things like that. And he was like, as far as what we should do with the direction of the band, as far as not musically, but as far as what we were doing on the business end of it and everything. And I looked right at him and I said, do you want to be in the music business? And he said, yeah. And I said, I got news for you. You're already in the music business. Okay. Because if you're playing in a band and doing shows, you're part of it. Okay.
Sure.
The music business is like any other type of business in that it's about relationships with other people.
that's right.
You have to have that
It's the
relationship.
truth.
It
It's a
is.
marriage.
It's the fucking
Yeah,
truth.
other bands, club owners, obviously the fans. You know what I mean? It's about relationships to other people, and when you understand that, and you understand that, hey, we're all on the same team here. Actually,
Exactly.
then it's not so. It's more about. It's not a competition. It's an exhibition. You
Right.
know.
And I feel it took quite a while for that to come around, actually.
Yeah,
in
it
this
did.
I think
town.
you're right.
You know, and then finally we're looking at each other. Hey, let's just work with each other.
Right, yeah.
Let's
And
just
some-
get each other's music out there.
Some
man.
bands are still kind of.
There's a couple dicks out there still,
Yeah.
staying straight out.
And
you know.
you're just
There's
going to
still a
get
few
that
dicks.
in anything, you know, whether it's music or anything. You know, there's always going to be some people that are kind of like the cool kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention this band's name, and I know you know them. They were very popular in 2005. I worked with them, had them on the show. They had a great attitude, and they took off and became very well known, and this is their hometown, and they just stopped back recently to do a CD release party and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you might know who
I
I'm
know
talking
exactly.
about.
You know, personally.
And I feel like sticking my foot up the
Right on.
front person's ass because of the way their attitude is towards their hometown and the people that brought them to where they're
Right.
at.
Exactly.
Mm.
Can't forget where you came from,
You
man.
can't
Yeah,
forget,
right.
you know. And I had them on the TV show; they were very decent and
Sure.
stuff like that. But it's like, come on, guys, you don't have to.
And that's something that we preach in this band. You know, modesty goes a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go out there and put on a show.
Yeah.
Let's give them a fucking show. That's what I don't care if there's 10 people, 1,000. Let's do the same show. But let's be modest about it too at the same time.
Right.
You know, don't come out there with the big fucking head, Mr. fucking egotistical, narcissist motherfucker.
Mhm.
No, and I appreciate y'all's coming up and say, hey, great, that's, you know, but hey, let's go smoke now and burn and talk to each other. And
That's right.
I want to meet
Let's
you. I
hang
want to
out,
know
man.
you. I want to fucking party and hang out now. I'm not. I don't want to be. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bus now. I got to go by. I'm too cool to hang with you. No.
I've dealt with too many of those musicians.
Yeah, I don't like that big head. I want to party with everybody, and I tell them right there on stage, when I'm fucking done, meet me in the fucking parking lot. Bring your fucking weed. We're gonna get fucking high.
We're gonna get
I'll be waiting. I really will. I'll be waiting for you, and they will. They'll come out and they'll fucking, they'll burn with me and us. And
If they don't hand it to you right on stage.
well, there you go.
Stage, right?
Yeah, you don't want to do me on stage.
I got that.
I caught that fucker right on video. I got it in slow motion. Oh, but again, I just love hanging with people. I do. I love partying with my friends and meet new people. It's a good time, you know. That's what it's about.
And that's what it sounds like. You
Right.
really enjoy your fans a lot.
We do.
Oh,
we do. We
You
enjoy
really
hanging with them.
appreciate them and you
Right.
accept them. And
Right.
even though you're loud and hard on stage and you might intimidate some of them a little bit,
Sure.
I'm sure once the set's over, you're out there talking to them
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah.
Give them
Oh, as
hugs
many
and
as
Right.
all
possible.
that.
I want to hype them. Come on, let's bring it in.
Yeah.
You know,
As many as possible.
that's right.
Well, we're at 43 minutes. A couple other questions that I want you to explore. Well, advice to upcoming artists. You've been doing it for so long. These 17, 18-year-old kids that want to pick up a guitar or drumsticks and become a rock star. Any advice for these kids?
Just practice. Practice some more, and then guess what? Practice a little fucking more. And then wait a minute. Go to your room afterwards and practice some fucking more. Don't just practice with your band. That ain't good enough. You got to go home, pick up your instrument, and play it. And just play it and play. I do. I have a bass on my wall in my room. Keep it down. I got no lead. but I practice a lot, and I'm sure Fred can say the same. You know,
I try to practice.
that's how you become
an hour a
tight.
day.
Get tight with your dudes. jam with dudes that you want to be with.
Yes.
Because you know this, Al, you're fucking married to them dudes. You know, and you are. But jam with dudes you want to be with. I got the best group of dudes around me. I'm sure they feel the same way. You know, but we're brothers.
You're all brothers.
We're brothers.
That's right, man.
We're best friends. We're bandmates. You know, there's a lot more to it than just being, you know, in a band with people. And that's where it gets lost and confused with people because I've seen way too many bands with, you know, your ego and your ego and your ego got in the way. Now we're not a band anymore because we can't fucking get along.
No, and I've seen that happen too many times. That's not
No, and compromise, man. I think that's the other thing with bands. There's another great piece of advice. Compromise.
Yep.
Gotta have compromise. Just because you like it that way and it sounds great the way you're doing it, don't forget about your other bandmates and take their ideas to heart.
And give them a
put
try.
it in play. Just try it. Maybe it won't work out, but try it.
Give it a shot.
Don't be afraid to try new shit and open your mind up. Be an open mind. Be an open fucking book when it comes to playing music with other dudes. Because you had lots of fucking head.
That's right.
You want to hire dudes? Just come play your music? Oh, great. Go ahead. Hire dudes to do it.
Yeah, just get one song down, get it down, record it, put it on Spotify because you can do that now, right?
Exactly.
That's
the best advice I could personally give to the young and up-and-coming kids is practice.
Yep.
That's what I want to hear.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Good deal.
And I would add to that, do what you want to play.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to the radio and try to copy everybody else. It's been done.
Yeah, it's been done, yeah.
Whether people like it or not, play what you like. That's what we do. We write songs that we would listen to, that we would like. And if people like it, great. If they don't, well, hey.
If they don't like it, there's plenty out there to choose from.
Right.
You know.
Thanks for coming to the show and giving it a try.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Don't come back. I mean,
Thanks. Now get the hell out.
I'm going to kick your ass. Whatever. But and last but not least, I want to, it's your time to say whatever you want to anybody out in podcast land, your fans, your listeners. What do you got to say to them?
I want to say thanks to Josh Oxner, number one.
Yeah.
I mentioned Josh at all.
Yep.
Does our recording. He does our video stuff for us. He's just there for us. He's our dude. He's an ex-bandmate. We consider him a Tru Burn bandmate for all that he does do for us. And everybody that's always supported us and, came to our shows. My wife, Letitia.
Yeah. You got all their wives.
Letitia and Powell. When I may say a bit that really loud, everybody heard it. Okay,
I heard it.
That's brownie points, boy. That's how you get good with your wife. There's more advice for everybody in TV, radio, band, whatever.
Podcast land, whatever we call it. Yes. Anything from you, Trevor?
Just a big thank you.
No, I think
thanks to you. My brother. Cliff did the mastering on our CDs.
Cliff Rosenberg.
Yeah, he's out in Phoenix. Lives out in Phoenix.
Okay.
I think he's been helped out a lot with a lot of things that.
He does our mastering.
Yeah, and if and technical advice, things like that, and that's you need a brain trust in people, so you can't know everything.
Right, there you go. Well, I thank you guys for coming to the No Cover TV table instead of us doing a remote. I like you at the table, talk to you face to face.
Thanks for having us.
Come back.
I've been following you for a long time. I'm going to keep following you.
We've been following you for a long time.
Yeah. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. Again, this is No Cover TV's podcast. You can get a hold of me at No Cover TV at yahoo.com. Artists, whatever music genre you got, let's talk about it. Let's listen to it. Let me give you the third degree and let me tell you how I think it is and where it's at. And your music needs to be heard. We got a lot of good platforms out there, guys, don't we? We got Spotify, we got iHeartRadio, YouTube, all that good stuff. So take advantage of it now while it's free. Please. Because I didn't like doing the footwork 20 years ago.
No.
So on that note, guys, any last word before I push the button and we're out of here?
Rock on, get high.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, rock on. We're out of here. Tru Burn. Thank you for being in the house. It's the No Cover TV podcast. See ya.